I just want to take a second to talk about common sense because you hear people talk about how everything's common sense and use your brain and all of this. Can we just acknowledge that common sense is not a knowledge that people are born with? That this is about basic exposure. That most things that are common sense, like fire being hot, is because most humans are exposed to fire and gain that knowledge that you cannot have knowledge gained if you don't have exposure to something. That everybody in the world has a different idea of common sense. That common sense is affected and influenced by the area you're born in, the culture you're born in, the religious beliefs that you hold. Everything about how you perceive the world has an effect on your common sense. If you run into somebody who has a different common sense than you, here's a thought. Maybe, I don't know, instead of hoping and praying one day they see the world the same way as you, explain your exposure. Explain why you think the way you do. Explain what is so common sense to you that everybody else fails to see. I personally see the world extremely different than everybody else. I have to all the time talk about how I see the world differently, and I get shit all the time for seeing the world differently. I don't care. You're not going to change anything about me by giving me shit. Like, I see the world differently. But I also am aware that not everybody in the world is going to have the same exposure as me. Nobody's going to have the same common sense as me. If you want to sit here and have a conversation with me about common sense and what I see in the world, we can have that conversation. I'm a debative person. I will have a debate with anybody in the world. But y'all need to stop acting like telling people they're ignorant is going to somehow magically make them see the world the same way as you. Common sense is not basic freaking knowledge. It's basic freaking exposure. Thank you.